Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we are back with another episode of What If History Started Over. I'm doing a lot of stuff on this series. It is now episode 9. We're almost to double digits, guys, and it's been like, a week or something? Anyways, last episode we saw Italia expand, and we're going to start off with a rebellion. Yikes. The rebellion will be in the newly annexed territories where modern-day Germany would be. So, just right around here is where the rebellion will be happening. The rebellion is happening at a really awkward time for Italia, because their great general, which is a part of the lore, the great general has recently passed away, causing the rebellion to take place. The rebellion would eventually go sweep down and take where modern-day Benelux is, and it's kind of causing political chaos. As now we have another faction in Iberia trying to break away to take over the Canary Islands, and now Italia's looking like it's about to crash. The Iberian soldiers managed to go over the mountains, and now the German troops are going to push down into where modern-day France is. They managed to capture a good sweep of territory as they want to take away all the naval might that they could have. Now here's where the two rebellions start fighting each other. They don't know about each other, so they're like, oh, the force is approaching us, let's fight back. So then the red team gets pushed back. This is kind of good for Italia, as now they can break that up, which causes the red team to get that back. But now they can push back the Iberian rebellion. So slow progress. They managed to take Catalonia and the Canary Islands back. From here, we see the Merchant Empire going in to destroy this rebellion, or to at least help. We see them push across and take these lands. And they negotiate with Italia so that they can get those lands back. But now we have the German rebellion versus Italia, which, yikes. They don't look like they're gonna slow down. So Italia, unfortunately, has to peace deal. What will the peace deal be exactly? We will see in just a minute here. We see a new German state being set up in the north here. I don't have any good colors for the German state yet, so it's going to be this shade of gray. I need to invest in more color palettes. And with a new German state now existing, they need to pick a capital, which I think would realistically be where modern-day Berlin is, which is around right there. And with this new German state, we see, okay, so they did it. What if we did it over here? So we have another attitude happening over here and where modern day Ukraine would be. But these ain't Ukrainians, these are more Russian type people. So the rebellion pushes down and is starting to go towards the capital, which is only a few bits away. But surprisingly, the Caucasus Republic starts declaring war and starts pushing in and breaking them into two. They managed to steal that much, and they are going to wait. But the rebellion manages to sweep down and take the capital after a year-long siege, which means that we will have another compromised peace deal here, and then this compromised peace deal around right there. We will have a new Russian state happen, but with some land taken away to the Caucasus Republic, because they have already been attacked in history not that long ago, and they want more land now, so they're like, it's our time to shine. But they still get their independence, so good for them. And now I need a new color. I might have to look at another map. Hold on. This is not the same as the Merchant Empire, this is the Russian color. Guess we'll color it that then. And they're gonna need a capital as well. Now this and the Germans breaking away were both viewer scenarios. I think the capital's gonna be around there. And now Europe looks a bunch more full. You know, with more countries breaking away and all that jazz. But let's take a gander over here in Asia. China has done a lot of expanding and, well, they've expanded a lot, so once again, I need to pick a color here. So once again, in our history, they faced a lot of rebellions. And in here, they will also face a lot of rebellions, especially in Korea and where modern day China is. Or I guess the South. So the South and Korea both break away from the central Chinese government. This is going to be bad for them for many reasons. Korean state manages to push through as they want to capture this land up here, which they will manage to do successfully, taking the coastal territories from up here. The South Chinese Rebellion will push in and is about to lay siege to the capital. But in a shock move, we see Japanese forces pushing in to China. Now this has been done in history, but this is kind of weird considering that this is a weird rebellion. So technically they're helping the original Chinese government, which they don't like. This is just a crazy scenario in general. They managed to get kicked out of South China, but they still managed to push through and get land from the Korean Rebellion. But after a few months long of sieging, the capital falls. But that's not the end of this old Chinese state. Japan manages to do that. And now here is where we need to redraw a line or two. Each time they have a civil war, the borders here are going to look much more different. We have the new Korean border, and we have the new Japanese border, and a new regime in China. So I'm doing a lot of viewer suggestions in this video. That's because I've kind of been collecting them for this episode. And we have yet another one. Last time we kind of focused on them expanding a bit. What about Persia? Persia is going to expand eastward, so let's see how that goes for them. We see Persia expanding up here. They kind of want to take the rest of where the Caspian Sea is. Of course, they know of these people up here, but the Caspian Republic up here. They are very much aware of that existing. They go around this lake, and they're just going to push on in. They're just going to take all the land they can, and eventually they will have to link up. Which they will do, which now they will take away all their claims here and draw where I think the border should be. They have expanded massively, taking a whole bunch of land, but there's not many people there. Now, when I say there's not many people there, there's not even indigenous people here because this was really early in history. So there's not really indigenous people here because this is still really early in history. So keep that as a note. But now, the Persia is probably ranked number 1 when it comes to power. Italia's probably fallen back to number 5, or at least. They need a new general, is what I'm saying. But they still have a pretty massive size, so they managed to keep a hold of that. Pretty good for them. Pretty good. But the merchants are going to be doing something. They want more land. They want more expansion. So they're going to declare war on this, I don't even know, the orange team over here. They start pushing in, and in no time they are sieging the capital, which will eventually fall. They break it into two. This was going to be a very fast war, because, well, they're not too particularly strong. They managed to go and invade the rest. And now they have to work into this colony. They start pushing in, and they eventually get this capital as well. Push down, and eventually, with a bit more of coastal territories taken, the colony will just have to surrender over. Now, how will the peace deal look like? I feel like they would just take everything, because who's going to stop them? That's the main reason behind a lot of huge territories being annexed in this history. That's the logic we use, who's going to stop them, which is decently fair. But that usually turns out to be what causes their demise. The merchant empire is now absolutely massive. But what happens over here with the natives in North America? Because they exist, they very much do exist. The natives will start pushing more around the Great Lake. Because yeah, they're doing native stuff. And usually that'd be around the Great Lake and around or near coastal territories, you'd think. I'm not a native expert, so don't take my word on everything here. And finally, for the first time, we have a Britain happening. Let's take a close look here. We have a Great Britain forming in the British Isles. Now this is going to be the start of a new superpower that will be emerging at some point in the near future. Now we're starting to get into our timeline, sorta. This is still majorly different, but yeah. We'll see how this progresses. This is going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, wait, hold on. I can't end this without deciding two capitals. That'll be really irresponsible. So keep watching, guys. The capitals are going to be there, which is London, and around there, which is Seoul. Anyways, this is the map as of right now. I gotta screenshot this for the thumbnail. And I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.